Welcome to Naresh IT Technologies. This is Ramachandra. In this video, I am going to discussing about a new feature which was added in JDK 1.8, that is Stream API. Our concept is Stream API. This is one of the powerful feature which was added in JDK 1.8. So, first let me discuss what is Stream API. So, whenever we pronounce like Stream API, most of the people feels like this is belongs to IO streams concept. Basically, this is not belongs to IO streams concept. This concept has been designed. This concept has been designed for processing collection of objects. Collection of objects or group of objects. Those group of objects maybe belongs to collection, or maybe those group of objects belongs to what here? Array. One more time I am repeating, Stream API is not related to IO streams concept in our core Java language. This is purely belongs to processing group of objects. Those group of objects belongs to what? Either collection or array. So, let me talk clearly with technically what is Stream API. The Stream API is one library. It will provide some classes and interfaces for processing group of objects. Those group of objects maybe belongs to collection as well as what? Array. So, most of the people who are having little bit idea on Stream API, those people feels like a Stream API has been designed for collection objects. No, it is not only designed for collection objects, it not only designed for collection framework related objects, it is also designed for what here? Arrays also. Anyhow, I am going to show you how can we work with the Stream API on top of the collection framework related objects as well as what? Array objects. So, what is Stream API? It is one library. It will provides group of classes and interfaces. It will provide a group of classes and interfaces. By using these classes and interfaces, we can processing the collection of objects. Processing collection of objects or group of objects. So, these group of objects maybe belongs to either collection framework objects or array of objects So, Stream API is one library. It will provide a group of classes and interfaces. These classes and interfaces, by using these classes and interfaces, we can processing the collection or group of objects. Those objects may be collection framework objects or array of objects. Now, here this terminology is very important. This terminology is what here? Very important. What is that? Processing the collection or group of objects. What is the meaning of processing collection or group of objects? Very simple. Observe here. There is one object, collection object. Let me take this collection object like array list. The process of collection objects may be filtering. I will explain each and every word. Filtering and mapping and converted into bulk of objects. Next one, avoiding duplicate. So, like this we have, and getting some limited objects. So, like this we have different works, different things we can able to perform. Different things means what? Different operations we can able to perform on group of objects. One is filtering, another one is mapping, and converting single object into bulk of objects, and avoiding what here? Duplicate, getting some limited objects. So like this we can able to perform some operations. To performing some operation on top of the group of object is called processing. So let me start with what is filtering. For example, I have some objects, some integer objects like 10, java.lang.integer 10, and there is object like 5, there is object like 15, there is an object like 25, there is an object like 30, there is an object like what here 50, and there is an object like what here 80. So like this I have group of objects. These are my group of objects. What are those? 10. See, like this I have a group of objects like 10, 5, 15, 30, 50, 25, 80. Among these all the 7 objects I want to find out even numbers. So I have how many numbers? 7. I have 7 objects in the array list. From these 7 objects I want to filtering only, I want to find out only even numbers. So how many even numbers are there? 10, 30, 50, 80, 4 even numbers. So total number of objects are 7. From these 7, how many objects we are getting? 4. That is called what? Filtering. Selecting some group of objects from the bulk of objects is what here? Filtering. So from the 8 objects, from the 7 objects we are selecting how many objects here? 4 objects. Not only 4, maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe 6, based on some condition, selecting some objects we can call it as what here? Filtering. Now what is a mapping? For example, for every object I want to create a new object like a square of the existing object. Whereas for example, there is an object like a 10. For this object I want to find out the square of that object. So like that we can able to developing what here? Mapping operations on objects. For example, there is an object like Ramachandra. There is an object like, there is one string object Ramachandra NIT. This bulk of it is a single string object. I want to convert it into multiple objects like Ram is one string object, Chandra is one string object, NIT one string object. A huge string object converted into small string objects, that is also comes under what here? Processing on objects. For example, there is one more object like a 10. Already one object is there in this array list. Like what here? 10. And how many 10 objects are there? This is one 10 and this is one more 10. So 2 10s are there, nothing but duplicate object. I want to avoid the duplicate. Then we should go for what here? Stream API. Okay. So this is one type of what here? Processing, avoiding the duplicate from the array list. That is some type of processing. And getting some limited objects. For example, I want to find out even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me go with a duplicate also 5. 10 is 1, 32, 53, 84, this 10 is 5. 5 even numbers are there. From the even 5 numbers, I want to read only 2. So that is also one type of what here? Processing. So here the main intention of the stream API is processing on objects, on group of objects. Those group of objects may be related to collection framework objects or maybe what here? Array of objects. So processing means either filtering or mapping, converting small object into bulk of objects, big object into the small bulk of objects, as well as avoiding what? Duplicates objects and getting some limited objects. These type of operation purpose we should go for concept like what here? Stream API. Good. Now up to now we understand the definition of the stream API. What is stream API? It is one library. It will providing some group of classes and interfaces. By using this group of classes and interfaces we can able to performing some processing the objects of either collection or array object. The processing means what here? Either filtering or mapping and converted into small individual objects. Otherwise, another one is avoiding the duplicates, as well as what here? Getting some limited objects. Basically, it's not a data structure. Stream API is not a what here? It is data structure, is just one library itself. Okay. One more important point we need to discuss about the Stream API, that is observe here. Stream API never disturb. Stream API concept never disturb, never changes state of the original object, never disturb the state of original object. For example, I have some objects like 10, 20, 30, 5, 25, 55. So, like this I have some integer objects. What are those? 10, 30, as well as what? 5, 25 and as well as 55. So, like this I have some objects. Now, what I want to do? I want to filtering. I want to find out some even numbers. So, here I want to find out the even numbers from this collection. Assume this is what here? List object. This is one list object. Now, how many even numbers are there? 10, 23. 3 numbers are there. So, we are copying these 3 numbers. We are copying these 3 numbers from list object to one object. That object is what here? Stream object. One object is, that is what here? Stream object. Now, what happened? Only 3 values are copied, 10, 20 and 30. Sir, after copying these 3 values from list object to stream object, is there any disturbance to original list? No, there is no disturbance. That means there is no changes in the original, there is no changes in the state of what here? Original objects. It is a very important point. Okay, it is not a data structure, it is just library, it never harm to what here? Original objects. Then observe here, whenever we talks about Stream API, we should concentrate on one point. What is that? Stream processing. Very important terminology, stream processing. So, what is the meaning of stream processing? Stream API concept will uses a chain of objects for processing the each and every object in the collection of objects. One more time I am repeating, Stream API will uses a chain of objects, for what? For processing the objects within the collection object or within the array object. Processing the collection objects, processing each and every object in, for example, let me take here list, each and every object in the list, or better to use the terminology like what here? Collection object, simply collection object. So, stream processing means what exactly? Stream processing? Stream API concept internally uses what here? Stream of objects. What are these stream of objects? These stream of objects technically called as listener objects. These stream of objects technically called as listener objects. These listener first made a link between one to another one, and these listeners will processing each and every object in the collection object. For example, if you take a list, how many objects are there here? 6 objects are there. To processing these 6 objects, whether the even or not, even or odd number, for that purpose Stream API internally uses some chain of objects, some link of objects. Those objects are what here? Listener. On top of the every object, one listener object will be applied. That listener object will processing that object, listener object processing that object, whether that object is what here even or odd or not. If it is a even, it performs some work. If it is a not even, it will perform some other work. That what is that other work we will discuss. If it is a, if one object is processed by the listener object, then what happen? From the collection object, one new object will selected. That new object will giving to what here one more processing object, one more listener object which is available in that chain. One more listener object is also processing the new object, and after processing, that listener object will select one more new object that will be handed to what here one more listener object. See the understand terminology is very quite interesting here. I have 6 objects. For processing these 6 objects, whether even or odd or not, Stream API internally uses what here chain of objects. Those chain of objects internally called as what here listeners. What these listeners will do? Processing these 6 objects, whether these are even or odd. So first one listener object selected, that will be applied on first object, one listener object selected, that will be applied on first object, and processing whether it is a 10 is a even or not. Yes, it is a even. One conclusion came. Then what happened? That old listener object will select one more object like a 20. This will be handed over to a new listener object which is already existed in the chain. So second listener object will performing some operation, or second listener object will processing the second object which is available in this list, and finally come to the one conclusion whether even or not. After that what happened? A new object will selected like 30. This 30 will selected and hand over to what here one more listener object which is available in the where already in the chain of listener objects. So like that each and every object is processing by a separate listener object. This is called stream processing. This is called what here? Stream processing. So basically whenever we performing operations on top of a group of objects, we will get 2 types of outputs. One is what here? A new stream object. Another one is what here is some individual objects. For example here 10, 20, 30. These are the 3 even numbers. I am selecting these 3. First I want to filtering these numbers. Once these are even numbers, all these even numbers we gathering and place it into one object, that is what here stream. So after processing the list, we will get one stream object, and in the stream object what we are getting? We are getting 3 objects. Now on top of this stream object, okay, on top of this stream object, we can perform some other operations like how many number of elements are there. For example, there is a method like count. With the support of count, we can able to perform how many number of elements are existed. So if you are performing, we have 2 types of operations, like one is getting entire stream object. So collecting the objects from the list and group place it into what your stream object, and on top of this stream object we can find out what your different operations. So different operations are there. Those different operations are not giving again a stream object. So one of the example like a count is not giving again stream object. It will find out what your number of objects which are available in that stream object. Clear or not? So this is what exactly small introduction related to Stream API. Now observe here, there is stream S equal to, let me import the stream S equal to, see here my intention is I want to show some methods, not programming. Stream dot off ended with the semicolon. Yes. So basically stream is one interface which is available in which package? Util package. Under the util package, there is a new package introduced in the JDK 1.8. What is that? Stream. Java.util.stream.stream. Let me open this stream. Now, see, we have a methods like a filter, we have a methods like map and map to int. So, map to long, map to double, as well as, see, these methods always giving what here? Some stream of objects. See, distinct, avoiding the duplicates, and sorted is also what here? One, it will return some stream objects. Some operations, see, peak, it is also returns what here? Stream objects. Stream object. Limit, it is also giving what here? Stream of object. Now, see, object to array, what it will returns? Is it returns a stream of object? No. No, next one. So, we have reduce is there, as well as so different methods are there. Collect is there, it will not giving the stream of object. Now, min is there, max is there, count is there, any match, none match, all match. So, like this, find first. So, like this, find any, lot of methods are there. So, by seeing these methods, we can understand some methods will returns stream object, some method not returns what here? Stream of objects. So, these operations we can call it as a terminal as well as what here? Non-terminal operations. Mainly in Stream API, we can able to perform two types of operations. One is a terminal operation, another one is what here? Non-terminal operations. Okay, na? So, simply we can say some operations will provide stream object, some operation will providing what here? Other than stream object. Okay. So, let me give a quick review on top of this topic. What is Stream API? Now, this was a new feature, it was launched in JDK 1.8. The main intention of API is it will providing some classes and interfaces for processing objects which are available in the either collection framework related object or array object. Processing may be filtering, mapping, converting huge object into small objects and avoiding the duplicates, and as well as only getting some limited objects. These are called what here? Processing the data. So, whenever Stream API processing original collection object, it won't disturb the original state, won't disturb the original state, remember that, okay, immutability, it won't disturb the original state. And Stream API, it is not it is not having any relation with what here? Your IO streams. IO streams is only suitable for writing and reading data in the format of binary as well as what here? Binary as well as what here? Character format. Okay. Now, most of the people are like Stream API is purely designed for what here? Collection. No, Stream API not only designed for collection framework related objects, it is also designed for what here? Group of objects like array. Okay. Now, I told you one more point, stream processing. Stream processing means what here? Stream API concept internally uses some bulk of listener objects. Each and every listener object is applying on top of the each and every individual object. After processing one object by one listener object select one new object that will be added to next listener object which is already available in that chain. Like that, each and every listener object will processing what here? Every object in the collection. This is called stream processing. Especially we have two types of operations, one is the terminal, another one is non-terminal operations. That means sometimes we will get output as a stream object, sometimes we will get output as what here? True or false, sometimes we will get a number of int value, and sometimes we will get object return type as a optional object. Like this we have different return types also we have. One more important point is most of the people thinking stream object is same as what here? Collection object. No, stream object is different, collection object is different. Collection object is designed for holding the data, holding multiple or group of objects, either may be homogeneous or heterogeneous or unique or duplicate within the single entity. To holding purpose, single entity, within a single entity is called collection. On top of the collection, for processing the each and every element of the collection object, then introducing what here? Stream API. Stream object is not same as what here? Collection object. Collection object is designed for holding and stream object is designed for what here? Processing. So, before learning remaining concept related to stream API, please remember one thing, collection object is different, stream API object is different, stream object is different. Collection object is designed for what? Holding the data, and stream object is designed for what here? Processing on holding the data of what here? Collection. I hope you understand the introduction part of the stream API. For more videos, please subscribe Naresh IT channel. Thank you.